Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and cover my top 10 fragrances for the fall of 2017. Now this list I do all the time. This is the designer side and it's a list that I love doing just because it allows me to take stock of my entire collection and say, okay, these are the 10 fragrances that I'm really targeting to wear this fall. So it's always a fun time for me to go ahead and back and reflect and look upon a couple things. Now, two real quick things before I go ahead and get started. The first thing is that this list is my list, only my list, and it's not like a top 10 best fall fragrances or anything like that. These are the top 10 fragrances that I'm looking to wear this fall in order, and I'll give you my reasons for them as we come to that. Now, the second thing about this list is fall for me, I live in New York City. Fall for me starts off sort of hot, but then it goes quickly and it moves into the cold weather and it transitions. So it transitions from roughly about, it could be 9 degrees that time, and it'll end up in the 40s, towards the end of fall, once it starts actually going there. So that's what fall is for me. So I want fragrances that can do somewhat well, in the warm weather, somewhat well in the cold weather, but I want fragrances that are a little bit of a mixture. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now the first fragrance on the list that I'm going to go ahead and be wearing is Encre Noire Extreme. Now this, or à la extrême, this is the version that I most recently picked up. It's a little bit of a darker fragrance. It's a fragrance that is more suited towards the colder type of weathers, and this is one that I tend to wear towards a night out, or a night, I'm going out to the bar, I'm having fun with a couple of my friends. That's when I'm go ahead and wearing this scent. Now, my wife isn't the biggest fan of this scent, but I've got other fragrances that are within my list that more suit that manner. So, number 10, Encre Noire à l'extrême. Fragrance number 9 is from the house of Burberry. It is Burberry London. Now Burberry London has been in my collection for a while. I can't seem to get rid of it, and I really only wear it at one time, and that's the fall, and specifically I wear it around Thanksgiving. The scent itself really reminds me of leaves. It's like fallen leaves, kind of wet leaves. It's that fall type of a scent that really kind of brings out this scent. This is one of the most unique fragrances that I've ever come across, and I have yet to come across a fragrance that really smells like this. So yes, Burberry London, it's there for a reason, and it's my fall, almost Thanksgiving type of a scent. All right, Burberry London. Fragrance number 8 is from the house of Dior. The fragrance is Dior Homme. Now this one is iris, it's sensual, it's a perfect night out fragrance that is perfect for, kind of that scenario. This is another one that I tend to wear when it's on the colder side of the fall, so towards the latter half of fall, and this kind of bleeds into the winter for that. It does excellent. Dior Homme often gets overlooked because there are so many other great Dior fragrances from the house. Sauvage, there's Dior Homme Intense, there's Fahrenheit, there's so many other good fragrances from the house of Dior. Really a quality house, but don't overlook this fragrance, and this is another one that I'm going to go ahead and wear this fall. So Dior Homme. Number 7 is a fragrance, another one from the house of Christian Dior. We're talking about Dior's Fahrenheit. Now Fahrenheit, I managed to snag myself an original bottle purely on bulk-ups just because I wasn't actually looking for it, but this is petroleum. It's a petroleum. It's a very, I won't say greasy, but it's almost like gas. I mean, I mentioned petroleum, but it's like, your quintessential fall fragrance. It really just has a scent that reminds me of the fall for that. This is a fragrance that I started out hating. I did not like that petroleum type of a vibe coming from this scent, and it's one that grew on me over time. Even when I did not like the scent, I still said that it was a scent that really smelled like quality, and this, it has standed the test of time. It is a fragrance that came out such a long time ago, and at the same time it still is relevant to this day. A fantastic fragrance. Fahrenheit is one that I like to wear casually when I'm going out and I'm just having fun. We go on hikes a lot of times. I often wear Fahrenheit when I'm out on hikes or when we're just enjoying the day in the fall. All right, so Fahrenheit from Christian Dior. Fragrance number 6 is from the house of Dolce & Gabbana. The fragrance is Dolce & Gabbana's The One. Now this fragrance, if you guys follow my channel quite simply, you'll know that this is actually a bigger bottle than the one that I had before. The one that I had before, I ended up getting 2 of the same bottle and then, gave away some of my other one to my cousin who was in Jamaica and decided, hey, take this bottle just because I've got doubles. There's no need for me to have 2 of each bottle. But anyways, this fragrance, a lot of people don't get good projection, but me, I've always had good projection and good longevity with this fragrance. The performance has always been good. This is dried fruits, it's berries, it's a very sensual smell. It's a fragrance that I often decide to wear to work just because while I have good performance with it, it's not a monster. It's not going to knock everyone out. And at the same time, it's going to smell good. It's also a good fragrance to double as a date fragrance because it's not going to be overpowering to them and you're still at the same time going to smell great. So Dior, sorry, not Dior's, Dolce & Gabbana's the one. Now fragrance number 5 is often overlooked. It's from the house of Chanel. It's Allure Homme. Now Allure Homme is often overlooked as a fragrance just because, again, Chanel has a lot of great fragrances out. This was the original Allure and the flankers for Allure have often gotten great compliments. Allure Homme Sport, Allure Homme Edition Blanche, great fragrances, but this one, excellent in its own right. It really reminds me of an apple pie-y type of a vibe, and I tend to wear this one on the beginning end of spring, or sorry, on the beginning end of fall. So when it's a little bit warmer out, I'll spray this one on a couple times. Even times when I'm not quite sure if it's going to be warm or cold outside, I'll spray this one on just to kind of cover my bases. So it does equally well in the warm weather as it does in the cold weather. So it's excellent in that regards. Now, this is one of my versatile fragrances that I like to wear in almost any scenario. I like to wear this one casually. I like to wear this one on a date. I like to wear this one going out. I like to wear this one to work. You name it, you can go ahead and put this one on. Highly overlooked, do not sleep on this one, Allure Homme from the house of Chanel. The 4th fragrance on the list is a fragrance that I use for many of the same purposes as the last fragrance, and that is Boss Bottled or Boss Bottled number 6. This is an excellent apple pie type of a vibe of a fragrance. You can wear it in almost any scenario. You can see that I've been drilling this one down. It's one that I got, quite a while ago, and it's something that I consistently use at times. This is a great casual fragrance. It's a great dress-up fragrance, dress-down fragrance, highly versatile. Smells like apple pie. Absolutely fantastic. Boss Bottled number 6. Fragrance number 3 is from the house of Thierry Mugler, or Thierry Mugler. The fragrance, or Thierry Mugler, butcher that name. The fragrance is Pure Tonka. Now, Pure Tonka is one that I rotate throughout a lot of the Pure line, the Pure Malt, Pure Havane. There are just so many great fragrances from the Pure line, but this season, I'm going with Tonka. I'm not the biggest fan of the Tonka note, but at the same time, the way that they do this is fantastic. It's beautiful. It's a great night out fragrance. It's something that you can wear almost throughout the season of fall, and that's when I'm going to wear it. It's going to be one of my rotations throughout the night. So, Pure Tonka. The second fragrance on the list is one that I have overlooked from the house of Jean Paul Gaultier. The fragrance is Le Male Intense. Now, this is the intense version of the fragrance, obviously, but if I'm going to go ahead and describe it, think of vanilla and berries. Beautiful scent. It's a scent that you can actually wear, going out. It's a perfect going out fragrance. It's the quintessential going out fragrance, especially if you're going to a bar, just because of the fact that it has that power to stay and, go through all the other scents of alcohol as you're there and you're smelling fantastic. Excellent compliment getter, one that I'm regretful that I did not get in my collection sooner, but I'm happy to wear it now, and that is Le Male Intense. And finally, the number 1 fragrance for my fall list is M7 from Yves Saint Laurent. Why M7? Well, M7, it's a mysterious fragrance. It's oudi. It was one of the first oudi fragrances that are to mainstream oud, if you will, and it was just magical. This is the original formulation. It's one where it's one of my favorite scents, period. I can wear this and decide to wear it usually in most scenarios that are actually out there nowadays. My wife loves the scent, I love the scent, and it's one that I just like to bust out for special occasions when it's in the fall. So special occasion scent in the fall, and it's my number 1 scent from the designer side, M7. So let me know what your top 10 fragrances from the designer side are for this fall. Keep a lookout for my niche side as it will come, but that's pretty much it. Thank you guys, take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.